Ah, what a wonderful day.
Hey, are you Aaron?
Yeah? Why?
I'm from the Bureau of Bad News Delivery. I'm here to tell you that your entire life has been turned upside down by an unexpected turn of events and will never be the same again.
Are you joking?
No, sir. We at the Bureau of Bad News Delivery do not have a sense of humor that we are aware of.
I don't like you, bad news guy.
No one does, sir. No one does.
Hey everyone, it's Mr. Aaron. Welcome to Book Babbles YA Edition, where this week we're covering characters who have their lives thrown awry by circumstances largely beyond their control. From the Nazi-occupied streets of Paris to an allergy-imposed exile from sunlight to a gaming world where reality poses the greatest threat of all, we've got a variety of things to look at today, so let's dive in. 16-year-old Alice is spending the summer in Paris, but she isn't there for pastries and walks along the Seine. When her grandmother passed away 2 months ago, she left Alice an apartment in France that no one knew existed. An apartment that has been locked for more than 70 years. Alice is determined to find out why the apartment was abandoned and why her grandmother never once mentioned the family she left behind when she moved to America after World War II. With the help of Paul, a charming Parisian student, she sets out to uncover the truth. However, the more time she spends digging through the mysteries of the past, the more she realizes there are secrets in the present that her family is still refusing to talk about. Then, 16-year-old Adeline doesn't recognize Paris anymore. Everywhere she looks there are Nazis, and every day brings a new horror of life under the occupation. When she meets Luc, the dashing and enigmatic leader of the resistance group, Adeline feels she finally has a chance to fight back. But keeping up the appearance of being a much-admired socialite while working to undermine the Nazis is more complicated than she could have imagined. As the war rages on, Adeline finds herself having to make more and more compromises to her safety, to her reputation, and to her relationships with the people she loves the most. I've always thought books like this that tell stories simultaneously in the past and present are really interesting. Check this out if you enjoy titles such as Mad, Bad, and Dangerous to Know, where a trip to Paris in the midst of a modern girl's life falling apart is told alongside that of a woman from 200 years earlier who has to keep her true love secret from the man whose harem she's in. Also, if you enjoyed the World War II rebel story Codename Verity, the secret rebel side of this story may just be right up your alley. You can find The Paper Girl of Paris in ebook on Cloud Library, but no digital audiobook through the library just yet. Whew, boy, howdy, we started off big this week. Our next selection may not involve rebellion in a world-spanning war, but the consequences of what happened may be just as devastating for the hero. What would you do if the sun became your enemy? That's exactly what happens to Viola Lee after she returns from a trip abroad and suddenly develops an extreme case of photosensitivity, an inexplicable allergy to sunlight. Thanks to her crisis manager parents, she doesn't just have to wear layers of clothes and a hat the size of a spaceship. She has to stay away from all hint of light. Say goodbye to windows and running outdoors. Even her phone becomes a threat when its screen burns her. Viola is determined to maintain a normal life, particularly after she meets Josh. He's a funny, talented Thor look-alike who carries his own mysterious grief. But the intensity of their romance makes her take more and more risks. And when a rebellion against her parents backfires dangerously, she must find a way to a life and love as deep and lovely as her dreams. Wow. I don't know about you, but not being able to experience sunshine would just be absolutely terrible for me. That must be about the worst allergy ever. If you enjoyed everything with the girl whose immune deficiency means she has to live shut up inside a germ-free environment, but then manages to fall for the boy next door, you might just find something to enjoy in this title as well. Also, if you enjoyed the book 5 Feet Apart, about cystic fibrosis patients who have to stay apart for their own safety, but find their hearts urging them together, this book might have something for you too. Unfortunately, no ebook or digital audiobook through the library right now. Be careful about what you put on the internet. That's just one of the takeaways from our next selection. Let's have a look. Divya Sharma is a queen. Or she is when she's playing Reclaim the Sun, the year's hottest online game. Divya, better known as popular streaming gamer D1V, regularly leads her hashtag Angstarmada on quests through the game's vast and gorgeous virtual universe. But for Divya, this is more than just a game. Out in the real world, she's trading her rising star status for sponsorships to help her struggling single mom pay the rent. Gaming is basically Aaron Jericho's entire life. Much to his mother's frustration, Aaron has zero interest in becoming a doctor like her and spends his free time writing games for a local developer. At least he can escape into Reclaim the Sun, and with 1 trillion worlds to explore, disappearing should be easy. But to his surprise, he somehow ends up on the same remote planet as celebrity gamer D1V. At home, Divya and Aaron grapple with their problems alone. But in the game, they have each other to face infinite new worlds, and the growing legion of trolls populating them. Soon the virtual harassment seeps into reality when a group called the Vox Populi begins launching real-world doxing campaigns, threatening Aaron's dreams and Divya's actual life. The online trolls think they can drive her out of the game, but everything and everyone Divya cares about is on the line, and she isn't going down without a fight. Man, those Vox Populi guys sound like real poop heads. I'm hoping that Divya and Aaron wallop their fannies in some manner and emerge victorious. Just one man's opinion. Anywho, if you enjoyed Radio Silence, where the exposure of an anonymous podcast celebrity's identity threatens to rip a budding friendship apart, you might just find something to like here. Or if you were a fan of Guy in Real Life, where 2 different kinds of gamers find each other in real life with unexpected consequences, you might just like how the gamers similarly cross paths in the real world here. All of these books illustrate why it's important to protect yourself online. You can find Don't Read the Comments in ebook on Cloud Library and digital audiobook on Hoopla. Well, everybody, that's all the babble time that we have for this week. I hope you enjoyed hearing about these books, and if you decide to give one of them a try, be sure to let us know what you thought. Stay safe out there, and if your life goes awry, make sure you've got good people around who can help you out.